Thank you for stopping to watch my video. I want to teach as many U.S. business owners, U.S. entrepreneurs, U.S. franchise owners, and also 1099 incomers how to save U.S. federal and state income taxes legally with the Spendthrift Trust. It's legal. It's in the IRS tax code 643B. Hi, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I'm a real estate investor. I became one in 2018 when my mom got sick. Thank God she got better and came home. But in 2019, I wholesaled 7 bank properties nationwide, paid off all my debt, and had $50,000 in my bank account for short-term capital gains. COVID struck and everything shut down. On April 4th, 2020, my CPA called to say congratulations. I made so much money in 2019, my tax bracket went from 22% to 24%, and guess what? I owed $94,000 in short-term capital gains. There was no congratulations part of it. I went to bed crying that night. Next morning, I wake up at 5 a.m. I knew I had read an article about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust, and I knew I had to take a HELOC off my paid-off house. Defeats the purpose of being paid off. It took me 5 months to start both my business and my beneficial Spendthrift Trust, and now I want to teach the secret of the rich to as many other people as possible. The business trust is for anyone making 1099 income. You could be a W-2 income earner and have a side hustle and still be making 1099 income. You will legally save at least 90% on your federal income taxes yearly, and in 43 states no longer pay state income taxes. It's an amazing document that comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, that famous king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England. Just murder a few ladies, who cares, and start a church. He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England, and they went back to the 13th century to the Magna Carta and said, oh, no, King Henry VIII, you can't do this. It's contract law. It came from England to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023. Well, we're in January of 2026, so it's 353 years old. Our current tax structure that we are under went into effect February of 1913, was only supposed to be around for a few years. Unfortunately, the United States got involved in World War I, and the only thing it's done since then is grown and grown and grown. The super rich families of 1913, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and the Kennedys, made sure they could save taxes. Guess what? They can save taxes, we can save taxes. Again, this is legal. It's in the IRS tax code 643B. I'm going to tell you one of my favorite stories. I took my friend Ingrid door knocking in the Charlotte area back in March of 2023. It was a cold, blustery Saturday. We showed up at our favorite pizzeria at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We were the only people there, and we got the best New York-style white pizza. We sat there and chit-chatted for 2 hours. As I got up to leave, the owner, Mario, asked for my business card. He and his wife, Mary Ann, were doing their 2022 taxes. They knew between 2 locations they had made $180,000 gross, which puts them at, I want to say, at 24% tax bracket. I don't have this on my piece of paper, so I have to apologize. I didn't take good notes. When I talked to them, saving 90% on federal income taxes and not paying any North Carolina state income taxes, for the full year, they would save $34,903. Well, they started their trust in March of 2023, so they got to save $2,908 per month with the Spendthrift Trust. What they did was they saved up that money, and in 2024, they opened up a 3rd location. So they're making more money, but still saving 90% on federal income taxes and no longer paying North Carolina state income taxes. In 2025, they opened up a 4th location 2 miles from my house. Well, I had to move because every time I went in there, they would give me free food. I was getting fat. I loved their pizza, and they had the best Italian cookies. What their plan is, when they retire, they're going to leave 2 pizzerias to 1 adult child, 2 pizzerias to a 2nd adult child. There's no inheritance tax, and then the adult children will continue to save federal and state income taxes just like their parents did. I know this sounds too good to be true. So I have a free class on the Great Discovery. If you go out to www.sallygimmon.com, my first name and my last name, You're going to be taken out to the Great Discovery. You're going to register as a learner, a free learner. You're not paying for anything. You're just going to be a free learner. You're going to fill that information out, and then my free class on there is called Save U.S. Taxes. Save U.S. taxes legally. It's more important. It's going to have a presentation. It's going to have 3 articles from Forbes magazine I did not write. It's going to have 2 pages of case law so you can research this to your heart's content. And it's going to have examples of clients saving thousands of dollars with the business trust, and then there's also the beneficial trust for investors. My goal is to teach this to as many people as possible. Learn from my $94,000 mistake. No, it wasn't a mistake. I was doing good in real estate, but I didn't realize my tax bracket was raised, and my 5 months of research. The law firm I work on behalf of was started 78 years ago by a Harvard law professor. Not a single trust has ever been audited. Now his grandson and great-grandson run the law firm. You get questioned by the IRS, they will defend you free of charge. In 78 years, it's happened one time only, and of course they won. If you want to learn how much you can save this year in 2026, set up a free 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. It's a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. I'm going to take you out to NerdWallet, show you the formula, and look up your state income taxes. Again, learn the secret of the rich. It's legal. It's in the IRS tax code 643B. Thank you for watching my video. Have a beautiful day. Take care.